Hello America! It's me, Chuck Yellowbird, and this is my Draw My Life story. Professionally drawn by my friend Jack Williams. My name is Charles Yellowbird. My friends call me Chuck. I was born in Galveston, Texas. There we go. Galveston's right on the coast on 8/8/88.
I wrote it the other way.
Yeah, August 8th, 1988. Thank you very much, sir. Okay. Family I grew up in was pretty nice. I have an older brother, Edward, who's really super smart. There he is.
Light bulb.
There you go. That's how brilliant he is. And I have a younger sister named Peep, who is really annoying. Growing up, she was always talking on the telephone. So if you're going to draw her picture, you got to put a telephone at her head. It's like, blah, 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 blah. Oh, my God. Okay. So, now I've got a dad named Harvey. Harvey. That's what he calls himself. Called himself Harvey. Because he was a cowboy. And in Galveston, you know, he owned a ranch. And, oh yeah, I got my mom there. Gertrude. She worked in real estate, so she sold houses to other people. And because she sold these things, she was always on the telephone herself. What is it with girls and telephones? I was still pretty young when we moved to Colorado. We moved from Galveston, Texas to Colorado Springs, Colorado. And we moved to a nice little house on a street. It was like 2785 Jolly Orchard Drive. And I liked it there. And I made friends in Colorado Springs quickly. My two best friends growing up were Red and Hal. That's Hal with a big beak, you can tell. Alright, I have a lot of childhood memories, like the time my brother and I blew up my dad's car. Yeah, it was by accident. This was the 4th of July in 1997. Ooh, you got a nice car going there.
Explosion.
We were setting off bottle rockets in the front yard, and of course this was illegal in Colorado Springs. So I don't know why we thought it was such a great idea. But one of the rockets misfired. You know, instead of going up into the air, it went sideways across the yard, and it tumbled like right underneath my dad's car before it like blew up. So my dad's car like totally caught on fire, and we were in big trouble. I love my brother. He always had such great ideas, like bottle rockets. Another 4th of July, my great uncle Robbie was visiting, and he got into a fight with old man Victor Vulture. This old guy that lived in our neighborhood. He was like such a big grouch. It's like, you kids get off the lawn. You kids don't ride your bikes. You kids are making too... You know, he was always complaining about something. So my great uncle Robbie got in a big fight with him, and Victor Vulture went into his house, slammed the door, and my great uncle Robbie got so mad. So he had this little idea of tucking a bunch of bottle rockets right under Mr. Vulture's garage door, and he lit them all, and then we all went like running home. And those things went off, and they made such a loud noise, and then they caught the garage on fire. This is my great Uncle Robbie! And he was like clearly too old to be doing crazy things like this. It was a lot of fun. Okay, then let's see. Oh, here's another memory. My 7th birthday, 8/8 of 1995. This was my worst birthday.
Worse. Me dash day.
My parents forgot that it was my birthday. So I came running down at dinner time and expected to see birthday cake, presents, decorations, and everything. And there was nothing. There was nothing in the kitchen but a pot of spaghetti. And you have to understand that when I was a kid, I hated spaghetti. I thought they were bloody worms. I really didn't think it was actually a noodle. I hated spaghetti. And when I saw that there was nothing but spaghetti and that they really did forget my birthday, I was livid. I totally got, you know, furious and was screaming at them. My parents grounded me. And two of my friends, you know, Red and Hal, came over to wish me a happy birthday, and they brought presents. But by that point, I was already grounded, so my parents sent them away, and it was just the worst birthday ever.
Right, this is him getting the hell using a concerned face. He's like, ah! He's like, I'm I'm out of here.
Yay! Good drawing. While we're talking about worst days ever, how about my worst day of school? It was in the 8th grade.
Yeah?
Okay, this was picture day, and I was wearing my awesome shirt. It said me on it, M-E in capital letters. Me! And it was picture day, so I really wanted to look great, and I did. I looked really great that day. Well, the first thing that happened was I had a science experiment going on in the first period, and my experiment exploded on me, and it totally burned my face. Everything except where the glasses were, the goggles.
Explosion.
So, like, my face was all, like, grayish black. It burned off my eyebrows. It burned off my hair.
And his ears are crisp.
Then, in between periods, I went over to talk to Charlotte because she was starting to be my girlfriend. So I walked over to talk to her. And I don't know, maybe she was surprised by how awful I looked with my burnt off eyebrows and everything. But she, like, opened her locker so wide that it hit me right in the eye. So I got this humongous black eye. And then, later in history, I had just finished making a map of Louisiana. And I did this with poster paint. And so I had, like, L.A. over the map, showing that it was Louisiana. And Hal just decided that he was going to show this around. Like, hey, check this out. And he pressed that up against me. The L.A. transferred to my shirt. So now my me shirt said lame. Yeah, I got to show America my school picture that was taken after all this.
Yeah.
Lame, black eye, no eyebrows, no hair, blackened face.
Hey.
Oh, yeah.
And this is how saying, oh shit. Because he made a mistake.
Yeah, he didn't mean to do it, but still. Part of it was Hal's fault, and part of it was
Smack in the eye.
Charlotte's fault, and
F minus on the science, and I'm gonna see an F plus on the project.
what an awful day.
Next.
At any rate, my whole life wasn't terrible. I fell in love with Charlotte in middle school, and on 2/14 of 03, when we were in high school, we went out on our first date. It was Charlotte's birthday, and I took her to the Valentine's Day dance at school, and she was so beautiful and so shy. It was like magical. Ooh, and hot. Did you just write hot?
Yeah.
Thank you for writing hot about my wife. Woohoo! And I was handsome. Oh yeah. However, we also went to a dance in 2004, which was far less awesome. This was the Halloween dance of 2004. And I guess I hadn't bothered to tell Charlotte this yet, but it would just like scare the crap out of me. So I was dressed up as Frankenstein. I went to pick her up, and she was dressed as a witch. And it was like, oh God, I could hardly look at her. So first we went to dinner at this Mexican restaurant, and I was like having a heart attack every time I looked at her. And then, I did not know this, but my cheese enchilada was filled with jalapenos. And looking at this witch, and I just like gobbled up this enchilada and ate all these jalapenos. Well, here's a little secret, America. I'm allergic to jalapenos. First of all, they make me fart so badly. They really upset my stomach. They give me diarrhea. They make me want to barf. So I had this huge enchilada filled with jalapenos, and I was set up for a very bad evening. We went on to the dance.
Here we go. Yeah. That's him barfing on the jalapenos on the toilet.
Thank you.
Yeah. Not vomiting jalapenos. Wait, and here's a toilet. Diarrhea, and he's sitting on it.
Thanks for drawing all the gritty details, my friend. And I spent more time in the bathroom than I spent on the dance floor, and Charlotte started to get bored. And I smelled bad. I smelled like barf. I smelled like farts. I smelled like diarrhea. And I was just like totally grossing my girlfriend out. And at one point I came out and I found her on the dance floor with Quackster, of all people. And so she,
This is what he said. He said that he hates his life.
Oh, I know I did. I totally hated my life. Quackster was this really awful kid that I knew throughout, grade school, middle school, and high school. And he was just so obnoxious. And now here he was dancing with my girlfriend, who happened to look like a witch. And guess what? I need to barf. Guess what? I need to diarrhea. And guess what? I need to fart. And he was my arch enemy. And there was nothing I could do about it except because I had to keep going back to the bathroom. So it was totally the date from hell.
Date from hell.
Yes.
Date from I know, date 666. Next.
Alright. Believe it or not, Charlotte didn't dump me after that. We dated for a long, long time. And we just kept dating through college, and I started a business, and she came to work with me, and we continued to date, we continued to date, we continued to date. We went to Red and Stella's wedding. We went to Hal's wedding. We went to Ted's wedding. And then finally, so on New Year's Eve of 2014, I proposed to her, and she said yes. And I asked her to marry me in front of all my friends. We were having this big New Year's Eve party, and it was a really nice way to do it. Everyone was so excited for us because they'd been waiting a long time for us to get married. Then we got married 1 year and 1 minute later.
1 year and 1 minute.
Yeah, we got married on
1/1/16
at 12:01 a.m.
1 a.m.
We had a midnight wedding, and it was just so beautiful, classic, black and white, gorgeous New Year's wedding. And all my friends were there, my family. It was great. It was great. It was worth waiting for. I have 5 kids, 1 boy and 4 girls.
1.
Yeah, Charlie was the first one born, and he was born on 2/9/16.
Next.
Chaco, our first girl, she was born on 3/17/16. That's my birthday! Hal, this is not your story. Can you
This is not your story, this is Chuck's story.
Yes, thank you. Cherry, our next girl, she was born on 4/26/16. And Sharon was born on 8/18/16. And Sugar.
Sugar.
She was born on 12/24/16.
Christmas Eve.
Yeah, she's my little
Alright.
stocking stuffer.
Brown mom. And brown dad.
Oh, yeah. So, let me tell you a little bit about what I do. I shoot TV commercials. I have my own little TV production studio. I shoot local commercials. And by the way, I shot all the commercials that helped get Hal elected governor. I'm very proud of that. And my wife works with me. Charlotte's really good at placing things on the set. She's also good at putting on people's makeup before they get in front of the camera. And she buys lunches and lays everything out. And she's also good with my clients. She can help write scripts. I just love her. I could not do this business without her. I should have married her long before.
You should have?
Yeah, I should have. So, on the whole, it's a great life. Maybe having so many bad memories in the beginning of my life helped to make the rest of my life seem so great. That's the story of my life so far. The end. The end for now. Thank you, Jack Williams.
We're done.